We had E.W. Jackson, and he brought out that in the 1860s that the blacks had something like 96% of all black families were intact, husband and wife. In the 1960s, it was still right around 90%, but as soon as they introduced the Great Society and started putting out welfare, it's dropped down to like, what, 14%? Of blacks are raised in a regular family, and the government stepping in and starting to pay people for having children out of wedlock has destroyed the nuclear family.
You know, that's another example of why we need to preach about politics. You're not really talking about politics, you're talking about truth. And if the government follows an ungodly idea like welfare, then it hurts people, hurts families, and destroys the things we care about.
Very good.
Yeah, because God's ways are not only right, they work best. You know, if you actually do them, you get better results. And I know you guys have talked about it before, but just like taking care of the poor, I mean, God didn't tell government to take care of the poor. He told us to take care of the poor. And when government does it, so little of the money even gets to the people in need. When we do it through our churches and through our private organizations or individually is even best, because you get to help somebody and you get to really have much more than just writing a check. You're actually there to hold them accountable. You're actually there to mentor them, bring them to the Lord. I mean, God's way works best. And it's what's sad is that we've let government basically replace the church and replace God in so many of those ways. And we, the church, we're going to have to be the ones to stand up and say, all right, authority and jurisdiction, government, get out of the way. This is our job. We're going to step up and do what we're supposed to do as the church.
And that's not only true with welfare, but did you know that the school system was started by the church? And they used to we give away that New England primer, and it was all about God. And now, because the church turned that over to the government, which it's not their job, the Department of Education, I think we'd be better off without it. And that we gave it to the government, and now it's just propaganda. It's not education at all. It's terrible.
Well, and I'll say on the good news side of that one, homeschooling has tripled over the last year and a half. All over the country, people are getting into private schools and homeschooling, and they're getting out of these government schools where, honestly, the corruption was revealed. I mean, all the people staying home and seeing on the screen what the teachers were teaching, the corruption, the rot underneath was revealed. The light was shown on it, and parents are leaving in droves, and I think that's a really good thing.